Hey everyone, I'm Zion with Interworks, and in this video, I'm now going to show you how this pre-built template that we call a deployment plan, you can call it whatever you want, but it's going to help you make some important changes to your workbooks that are very common, but again, very time-consuming. This tool does them automatically. Let's walk through a basic setup here. Now this is going to include workbook tagging and watermarking. So first off, why would I use tagging in my deployment process? We use tags to indicate that a workbook has completed a QA process. Once again, we are looking at Tableau server running in our test environment. Let's say I'm the person who's responsible for this QA process, and this workbook looks good. I can indicate that by going down here to the tagging feature in Tableau server. While I'm here, I'll just type approved. I'd also like to point out that we have a watermark at the top of this dashboard. That watermark says the dashboard is using dev data, so it's not live. Do not use. We want to remove that in our deployment process. And it's going to be easy to do that in an automated way with our deployment tool. I'll switch back over to Power Tools Deployment and click this Create New Plan button to kick things off. In this first screen, we're going to choose the location on Tableau server. This is where the workbooks are currently located. We can enter for the first time or choose a saved connection, which is what we'll do for this example. After that, we'll select the location. In this case, we're sending to our prod environment. When you hit the next button, the tool connects to those locations and gives you the option to narrow which projects you want to get the workbooks from. We'll choose all projects for this scenario. Next, you'll have some cool options here. You can either click on the specific workbooks that you want to move, or you can choose the rule-based option. This is where we pick up on that tag from earlier in the process. We can say all workbooks tagged as approved will be going into the prod environment. We also mentioned earlier that our watermark needs to be removed since we're going into prod. Here in the transformations section, we'll choose the option to remove an image. Then it shows me the approved workbook. I'll specify the file name for that image, devdata.png. I can also see here that the tool will warn me if that image doesn't exist, since we would want to know that as well. After that, we can do several other things: change our data source connections, edit permissions, bring over published data sources, refresh extracts, archive workbooks. There is definitely more, and we'll be sure to cover that for you later. For now, let's go ahead and run this deployment. You can kick it off down here at the bottom of the screen, or once you save the plan, you can just schedule it to run in the middle of the night. That, of course, is what most people do. When I click to run this, it's finding my workbooks with the approved tag, moving the workbooks to production, and removing the watermark image. All right, deployment is done. Let's go check it out. Over in prod, here's our workbook. Here's our dashboard. Watermark was successfully removed, and we're good to go. Power Tools deployment is now set up to run through a standard QA process and scale up to handling a very large number of workbooks in an automated approach. It's much safer than having a person or a team of people manually moving workbooks from one environment to another. Let us know your questions or thoughts at powertoolsfortableau.com.